The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, PRAS, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with my special co-host this week, Coach Mark Peach. And, Coach, always great to have you on the Scholastic Ball Report. We missed last season, but I tell you what, you're having a terrific season this year with the Bearcats.
Well, thank you so much. Very glad to be here tonight.
4-1, and Coach has them ranked in the top 10 in the state, doing an outstanding job over there. Our features on a young man from Montgomery County. All this young man did, Coach Peach, was he had 2 touchdowns, 200 yards rushing, and picked up a fumble and took it 90 yards for a touchdown. Looking forward to seeing that feature on this Montgomery County kid.
That is a big night, no doubt about it.
And our scholar athletes are from Lexington Christian Academy. Coach Geldof does a tremendous job over there. They're all straight A students, and they just won the All-A state championship. So they're already state champions for 2017.
Awesome.
All that coming up. Also, Haley Mills will be here from UK Sports Medicine. She's sitting in tonight for Walker Terhune. We'll have another great Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we take you down 27 to Sutherland Chevrolet. My good friends down there, Don Gabbard and all the folks. And then the wrap, the intern and I, my great intern Cole Wilson, we're going to talk about high school sports and everything. So all that's coming up on the show. We said it was jam-packed, Coach. It's jam-packed.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Plus highlights from all your games, Friday night lights. So all those highlights brought to you by PrepSpin. PrepSpin, the leading digital network in the state of Kentucky.
Bryan Station last beat Scott County back in 2014, but the defenders still in search of their first win this year. Scott County's coming off back-to-back losses, but those losses were to Cincinnati powerhouses. The Cards unbeaten against Kentucky competition. Let's go to Georgetown and Glenn Covington. He has got it going on, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling good, got the moves into the first half. Ball into Scott County 17, just going to run out the clock, right? Well, Bryce Fryman's not only going to run out the clock, he's going to run off the field because he's going to rumble 83 yards. It is 35-6 Cardinals at the half, and Covington.
Oh, yeah, he's got the moves.
He's got them all night long. Solid goal dancer. Third quarter. While I was there, Scott County ran 2 offensive plays. Josh Davis play action, looking for Landon Easley, wide open, and Easley will race the rest of the way, 66 yards, and GC is getting after it, ladies and gentlemen. Show us that smile. There you go. Scott County winning in a breeze, 49-12, your final. Dunbar also in search of its first win. Douglas looking to go 3-0 against the city in its inaugural season. First quarter, Dunbar punter Jason O'Hara cannot get a handle on the snap, and he will be politely tackled. Good job to hold up on that right there. The Broncs are in business. Former Dunbar running back Jefferson Harkless spinning his way into the end zone. 6-0 for the green and orange. Later in the first, Montavian Bean, the slant to Micah Lowe. That is a touchdown, and it was a touchdown after touchdown. 52-0 Douglas.
Welcome back into our Team of the Week. They're out of Anderson County, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. My intern Cole Wilson out of Model. And also want to tell you about Bob Roberts Insurance. They're over in Richmond, Kentucky. Speaking of Model High School, they're on Main Street. That's right, Main Street in Richmond. They insure most of this great state of Kentucky catastrophic insurance. And Coach Mark Peach, well, thanks for sitting in on the opening anyway and giving us kind of a little update on Anderson County. Did you expect going into this season that this could be a special unit at Anderson?
I really like the group that we have this year. You know, I could kind of tell the offseason with the weightlifting, just what a great year we had in the weight room, and then that carried over to spring practice, and then you get into the June work, and you kind of get a feel for the guys before you get into, you know, July and camp, and I really liked the spirit of this particular group.
Plus, you get a feel for their work ethic, don't you? Hey, these guys are going to really work their tail off in the weight room and on the practice field. Carries over to the games on Friday
attitude, being coachable, the camaraderie with each other, certainly.
Yeah.
Coach, I just want to say thanks for being here. Why don't you give us a little look at what these 3 gentlemen are like?
Okay. We brought Brett Peach with us. He plays running back and linebacker. Stan Crawford plays offensive tackle and defensive end. And then R.J. Boyce is a fullback and nose guard for us. And they're all great football players, but they're even greater people.
Brett, what have been some of the keys to the success for the Bearcats this season? What's your opinion on that, why you've been so successful?
Well, I think our greatest strength is our discipline to do the job assigned to us. On offense, we have our O-line getting to our blocks. We have our running backs getting downhill. On defense, whether it's a pass or a run, we go to our responsibility, wait for the offense to make a mistake, and then exploit it.
Well spoken, just like the coach there.
Stan, what's it like to play in front of a home crowd in Lawrenceburg on Friday nights?
The fans are just great. They always show up every Friday night, create a great atmosphere to play in, and the student section's even been better this year. They show up every night, get rowdy, have a good time.
Probably fun running out there on Friday night, sitting there running out there and hear the fans going crazy. And everything.
Yeah.
That's what Friday night lights are all about, isn't it, Coach? And,
Yes,
and
it
playing
is.
there in Lawrenceburg.
Pumped up.
Let's go to RJ there, the big fella, the defensive lineman over there. The man that you don't want to try to run over top of. Also goes in and short down situations, right?
That's right, at
As a
fullback.
running back, as a fullback. Your motto is a band of brothers. So tell us how you determine that motto and what it means to the team.
Well, to start off, the Band of Brothers was the 101st Airborne in World War II, and though we can't duplicate what they did, we can really try to strive and be like them, and we can really build leadership, and that's kind of like us three as seniors. We've got to be leaders on our team, and as a Band of Brothers, they were really a band of brothers, and we're kind of the same way where on Friday night when I get down, that I can look to my left and my right and know that everyone around me is there and they're going to put in their effort, so I need to put in mine to get their back as much as they have my back.
Have you seen the movie Hacksaw Ridge? If you haven't, you need to see that movie.
Outstanding.
I mean, I'll give it a plug there, not that it, but Coach, now you're getting midway through the season.
Right.
You're getting district tournament, district play now, playoffs. What would you do? Will you do anything different to prepare for that? Get ready for that?
Well, really, everything, pre-district, you're trying to, work on everything for district play. So I think you're right. So you're certainly hoping to be playing your best football going into district play. And our district's going to be very competitive this year.
Yeah.
Madison Southern's been, they've won it each year that we've had this district. And Montgomery County's very much improved. Woodford County's very athletic, and they played a very difficult schedule, so we certainly have our work cut out for us.
Well, team of the week, it's well deserved. Keep up the great work, guys, a band of brothers, and look forward to seeing you play on Friday night. Thank you, Coach Peach. Always great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Mark Peach does an outstanding job there at Anderson County with the Bearcats, our team of the week. He mentioned Montgomery County. Now we're going to this feature on a young man that's really turning a lot of heads over there at Montgomery County. He does it on both sides of the football. Here's Lee K. Howard.
Montgomery County is off to a 4-1 start to the season, and one big key for the team's success has been running back Justin Carosi, but he isn't alone.
We have so many weapons. We have an outstanding receiver, 3 outstanding running backs. If you want to double our receiver, then we'll just crease you all day running the ball. But if you want to try to stop the run, put as many people in the box as you can, then we'll throw it up to Farrow. There's too many weapons on our offense. It makes it hard to stop.
On Friday night, Carosi was the player that was hard to stop, rushing for 193 yards on 13 attempts and 2 touchdowns.
Every time I ran the ball, it didn't seem I got touched till 30 yards down the field. My offensive line and other people blocking for me made it easy for me to run the ball.
While his offensive output was nice, it was a play that he made on defense that stole the show. On Fleming County's first possession, Montgomery County forced a fumble, and Carosi was there to scoop it up.
Well, whenever you pick it up on defense, there's 5 offensive linemen out there, so that's a good thing if you're trying to run it back.
And that's exactly what he did. 91 yards the other way.
Now, I thought he'd get caught or he'd get, run out of bounds or whatever, but his teammates did a great job blocking for him. And he made some good cuts because he's good with the football and didn't run out of gas, which was good. But yeah, that was a huge play. First play of the game offensively, we're up 7-0.
Always looking to score. As a running back, I've got the mentality of scoring every time I have the ball in my hand. And it was open. Everybody blocked for me, and it was there.
With this week's Athlete of the Week, I'm Lee K. Howard.
Welcome back into our most popular segment. It highlights scholar athletes, young men, young women doing great things in the classroom. Speaking of classroom, you still holding down a 4.0 over there at Model Code?
No.
Pretty 3.9?
Trying to.
Yeah, pretty close. We're talking with some great scholars here from LCA Golf. Thank you, Coach Geldof. Always great having you on the show, bringing in these fine young men. Let's start with you, Jackson. What's so special about playing golf at Lexington Christian Academy?
I think it's really fun having a chance to compete week in, week out, have a chance to win.
What type of GPA do you
around a 3.6 right
That's
now.
great. That's about what I carried at Boone County, so that's good. That's good.
Jansen, what do you contribute to your special play this year?
My teammates and coaches have really helped me out with practicing, and it makes it really easy to play in tournaments when you've got a backup support.
Right. Tell us how this year, I mean, you're a senior, right? How this year is different for you from other seasons at LCA?
In the past couple of years, we had our 1 and 2 man, and they would shoot around even or 1 over. And then our 3 and 4 man would like follow in a couple over that. And then 7 man just try to break around 80. But this year, our coach has really, he really emphasized pushing each other, and we worked hard in the off season to make sure we have 5 solid guys that can shoot around even par. So, yeah, if Jansen's having a bad day, which he rarely does, one of us, he'll come up to one of us and be like, yeah, I need you to pull for Jansen today, and we'll get it done.
Coach Geldof with us. You do a terrific job there. LCA Golf, I mean, these young men are just, they're kind of an example of what you really have there on the courses, aren't they?
Sure. I mean, you know, they're student athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're working hard in the classroom, got to work hard in practice. But also in the summers, I mean, these guys are working hard to get ready for golf season. So, you know, there's a lot out there, and they're just above and beyond perfection out there in their practice.
That's why they do so well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jansen, he was talking about how low you score. What's that like being a sophomore?
Just practice, I guess, because like I said, the teammates really help out with practicing and all that.
What does Coach Geldof, I mean, you're such a good golfer, what does he demand from you at LCA?
He really asks us to represent LCA well and kind of glorify God in every possible way we can. Try to hold it together.
Let's go to the big fella, ask him another question too. How special was it to win the All-A State Championship, especially you being a senior now?
Yes, sir. Oh, I loved it. Last time we won it was in 2015. I wasn't on the team then, but the year after that we played in it and we didn't win, and that was kind of depressing, devastating. But then we came back stronger this year, and it made it great that I could win it as a senior, and they can't take that away from me. I mean, I can't lose it again.
Coach, we still have a little time. I know there's some great teams in the state of Kentucky. You're one of those teams. How do you see the region shaping up, and maybe even state for LCA this year?
And of course, you know, we want to get to that,
right?
But we can't think about that right now. You know,
it's one stroke at a time.
Yeah, it's 18 holes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great teams out there.
Right.
Of course, Madison Central, Scott County, Henry Clay. Only 2 teams go, so you know we're not going to look past that. Of course, that's our overall goal, but want to play well.
As you know, Coach, every show for our scholar athletes, Crown Trophy, they're over behind Starbucks on Nicholasville Road. Ryan Tyson is the owner over there. He presents a play. Each one of you will get one of those personalized. We don't have 3 tonight, but Coach Geldof will take care of all 3 of you. Congratulations for the great work on the golf courses and in class there at LCA, and you're doing a great job. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
That's LCA, our scholar athletes of the week, and now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
It's time now for the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week, and we go to Lexington Catholic. The Knights hosting DeSales, and this is Catholic's Nathan Schnurr on the 87-yard kickoff return for the touchdown. That's Schnurr as he weaves his way in and out of the DeSales defense on his way for the touchdown. However, DeSales remains unbeaten as they defeat Lexington Catholic 38-26. That's your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
And And back into our UK Sports Medicine segment, Gary Ball, my intern again. You're just the regular co-host. You want to take the big seat next week?
I'll let you handle it, Gary. I'll let you handle it.
Haley Mills is with us, by the way. Welcome to the show.
Yes, thanks for having me.
I think you're sitting in for Walker, and we appreciate you coming in. We're going to talk about a hot topic right now.
Yes.
What are the when you look at concussions and how they're treated in high school sports? Tell us about that.
So it's actually Kentucky state law that if an athlete's displaying concussion symptoms, we remove them from play, and they must be evaluated by one of 4 healthcare professionals. So that's either us as the athletic trainer, a medical doctor, a nurse practitioner, or physician assistant. Yeah, that's what it is. And if it's determined that they do have a concussion, then at that point they're completely removed from play. They can't return that day, and they need to be cleared by a medical doctor.
Right, which makes sense.
Yes.
Perfect sense to me.
When you diagnose someone with a concussion, like how long usually does it take for them to get right back in?
It really is patient dependent, but usually what we do is we work with our doctors on a return to play progression, and basically what that is, it's just a step-by-step progression that allows us to safely return the athlete to full practice.
So like how does that work? Like how does the testing work?
Yeah, so basically it's a 5 to 6 step process, and what happens with that is they have to be symptom free for 24 hours. So once they're completely symptom free, that's the first step. Then we work into the second step is when they would return to moderate activity. That goes good for 24 hours. Then we go to the next step, heavy activity, and then after that they would do a full practice, and then at that point they would be able to return to play. But they need to be symptom-free through all those steps. So say, at step 4, they're like, yeah, I'm kind of having symptoms again. We back off, go to that previous step. Once they're not having symptoms, we redo that and just keep returning them through the progression.
Makes sense. Thank you, Haley. Good stuff.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Haley Mills, thanks to her for being here. There's the website with the phone number of UK Sports Medicine. They are simply the best. They got the walk-in clinic as well. Now we're going to these final highlights of Friday night game time with Lee Kay and Brian Mullen. These highlights brought to you by Prep Spin.
Unbeaten Danville welcoming back former longtime assistant Jerry Perry, who's back in his second stint as the head man at Garrett County. Danville wearing the purple and gold tonight. No, your eyes aren't deceiving you. They're honoring the old Bate High School, which was an all African-American school started by John Bate in the early 1900s. Danville, well, they had it going, and Garrett did not. Off the muff punt, Danville gets the tackle there, and that sets up great field position, ensuing possession there, and that is Zach Thornton to Tanner Ford for the touchdown. That made it 28-0 Danville, and Danville now 6-0 with a 42-2 win. Well, the Fighting Andre Woodson's against the Fighting Jacob Tammies, a.k.a. Hardin, North Hardin versus Boyle County. First possession for Boyle, Reed Lanter with the swing pass to Riley Colwick, and he does the rest. Down the far sideline, it's a foot race to the end zone.
High step in there.
Yeah, he's going to win that one. 7-0 Rebels. Next Boyle County possession. The Rebels strike again. Landon Bartleson from a yard out. Boyle County goes up 14-0. Boyle County, a big winner tonight, 56-10.
District opener for Shelby County and Franklin County. First quarter, the Flyers' Jesse Thurman with the play action fake to Bowen Dakota. Throws back to Dakota. Good looking play. Pretty good result. Touchdown, 35 yards on the score. 7-3 Flyers. Franklin County playing some defense. Caleb Moorhead on the carry for Shelby County. Will cough it up. DJ Rucker. Football name, DJ Rucker. Picks it up. Nice gain. But the Flyers wouldn't score there, but obviously they would win it 30-3.
Thanks to Anderson County, Coach Mark Peach, and our team of the week, the LCA Golf, our scholar athletes, the feature on Montgomery County. Cole, I got to ask you got to Model High School. I think that's a unique situation. You got a high school campus right there in the middle of Eastern Kentucky University campus.
It's definitely beneficial. I mean, I take dual credit classes every Monday, Tuesday, all throughout the week.
Yeah.
And it's really beneficial because you just get to walk right on campus. You're there.
Been a good sports year there at Model for the Model team?
Yes, soccer has been surprisingly very good. I mean, they've really exceeded expectations. So.
Right. Well, you're doing a great job on the show. I enjoy working
Gary.
with you. As always, for those you see and those you don't see,
keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.